we had, I don't know if anybody was privy to this, the only person that was there, I think, was my dad. We had a non-meeting, I guess you could say. It was, things are screwed up, okay? Nobody knows where.
It's a meeting with the selectmen and the fire department.
We wanted all the department heads there to kind of sit down and figure out, because a lot of this information we've been looking for a year. Some of it just became available within the past, what, 3 months, 2 months?
Some of it came
Some of it was
available as
weeks
a
ago.
result of that meeting.
Correct.
It was emailed
we
to us
were-
afterwards.
And by the way, that was a posted meeting, so I don't know how you didn't see it.
No,
Because I
I
was
knew
the
of
only
it,
one there.
but it was also told that the public could attend, but you couldn't speak.
But I think what you would have found from that,
That's not what, the last line was, any public who attend will be afforded the opportunity to speak.
regardless, Regardless.
I was at the selectmen's meeting when you said.
no, it was that's what the posting said. But
Okay.
regardless, it was a good meeting. We sat down, cordial, everybody was fine, it was very productive.
It was productive enough that we rescheduled another one.
Yes.
Really, because I read
We
the
need to,
minutes.
we need to.
We want to do this on a quarterly
You read the
basis.
This is what has led us down this road.
As these things come up, we want to do this on a quarterly basis. We now have an open and ongoing discussion with the selectmen and the other departments. Greg wasn't able to come because he was sick, excusable, absolutely. But we're looking forward to the next meeting being more discussion, more, and look, I'm going to tell you, I've been accused of bringing all these points up for the purpose of finding something to accuse people of. I can tell you that's absolutely not the truth. It is not my intention to, in auditing this water department and auditing these systems, to come up with reasons to accuse people of doing something wrong.
Trying to fix it.
That time is gone.
Try to
That's-
fix it.
Then how do you, then what warranted your post last week about the, again, the 2009 or 2005 grant money and misallocation and your audit, and I asked you.
I said, the water
who's doing-
system continues to be, audited, the records. And the rest of my post was, we had a very productive meeting with the selectmen. We got a lot of information. I got a lot of information in email afterwards. And we continue to audit the waterworks. People want to parse my words for me instead of asking, what do you mean by that?
Can I just say, you guys, the 3 years have been here for what, 2 years, 3 years?
1 year.
1 year.
We have
Now,
got this
mind you,
pretty damn
they-
good in a year.
they took over where the selectman was done because the prior committee left. The prior committee was gonna give themselves, or one of them was gonna give themselves a raise
They did.
and left the mess. So to have these three sit here and pick up where other people failed us, I don't think we should really criticize as much.
Criticize,
I
hey,
really
your
don't.
criticism,
And you said
I'm
you
open to your
get the
criticism all you
So-
want,
You
it's
said you
fine.
get a 1099 for what?
Cause it's pay, I get paid,
Oh.
I'm paid.
So the 1099 is for a 1099 NEC.
Yeah,
Anything.
Which is what it is, 1099 NEC. The NEC stands for non-employee compensation,
right.
okay?
So you have to pay taxes on it.
1099 is
But I get
only
it.
up to a certain amount, okay?
Covered it.
The maximum amount you can receive on a 1099 is $6,000. And over that, you have to report all of your taxes.
Yeah,
There's nobody sitting here that's making $6,000 a year on the water
I
department.
agree. You should take the money, give the check to your wife and say, here, go pay the water bill. End it.
Credit, that's why I said, credit the account. I don't even want the money, I don't care.
Right, but if it puts you
I
guys.
wanna fix
in-
it, I'm on the water
Yeah.
system, my
No,
family's
I
on
know,
it.
I know, and
I'll
I
fix it.
appreciate that, thank you.
Okay, but to clarify, when you go on social media and you make a statement, and you said nobody, I'm trying to remember how it went. You said, and nobody took interest or whatever, and then you reiterated, I asked you, who's doing the audit, and where, and what, you quoted an article, which happened to be
We are,
13.
we're doing the audit, we're doing the audit.
Okay, but Mr. Estes posted on Facebook
I
that
don't-
nobody, I'm answering, but, so I asked, who's doing the audit? He didn't answer me. I asked, where's your reference? Where did you, what, I mean, what town report did you get this information out of? Nothing. So that's what prompted me to say, okay, you had to discuss it in meeting minutes, so I went from the current right on back to find out the background, and that's what prompted this whole thing. It just, it divides people, you question improprieties, you go, what the hell's going on?
Thank you, good, I hope you do. I question a whole hell of a lot of them. I got a list and it's growing by the day.
It's not
So-
productive, and it doesn't make for good community
No.
rapport.
You know what Facebook's good for? Nothing. Come to the meeting, sit right here, ask the question, we will be happy
And
to
you know,
answer.
he asked me, why is it, online he asked me this, why is it you no longer come to meetings? And I said, because the integrity of the information thrown around again and again and again. What happened, it said in the town report, this was passed, where'd that money go, blah, blah, blah. There are ways to track money, and so I question, you guys are doing your audit, I hope the
We need
town
the
auditors are on board with answering questions, because all too often, it doesn't work that way. And he's been on the budget committee for 3 years. He should know how the budgeting works and
Question when you say town
Are
audit.
you implying that I don't know how budgeting works, Joanne? Because I'll tell you right now,
then why would you
between
look?
here and the school and the selectmen's budget, I have no problem with saying that I am probably one person in this town that understands a great deal about how the budgeting works.
Yeah, if you did, you wouldn't have gone through February's fiasco at the school.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Really?
We
Hey.
didn't post that bull, you did.
This is not,
I'm just saying, I question whether or not you guys are
Joanne,
just
you have,
interpreting.
you have.
There will be plenty of
Alright.
time to discuss my post about the school, okay? This is not it.
No.
We're here to
Same-
talk about the waterworks,
Water.
not
We're
my
talking-
post about the
We're
school.
talking about your ability to interpret numbers and.
No, no,
blah,
no,
blah, blah.
we're actually, what we're talking about, which I still haven't heard yet, is your implication that I'm mismanaging my duties. So let's get back to that. Tell me
Okay.
how I'm mismanaging my duties and what those duties are.
Because on Facebook, you printed, you asked questions.
No, Facebook,
He does go on Facebook.
But Facebook's not a legal.
that's not
Legal document.
duties, that's not legal
But it's
duties.
disruptive. Well, if I
It's
could
noise,
speak-
it's white noise. No white noise. Let's talk facts, okay?
Can I speak, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, because I know Joanne. Basically, I think you guys are doing great. I mean, thankfully, I'm not on the market. But there is what, Joanne has a good point in that social media, this, and the things that are sometimes put on it because of feelings, emotions, are disruptive in the community and feelings.
Correct.
So we have to be careful with that.
Agreed.
And, I mean, there's different personalities in this town that don't get along, that's okay.
But I'm not, I don't wanna speak for Charlie at all.
Well, I would not.
I don't, Facebook, there's a reason for that. This is the reason. But, there is a purpose for it. The purpose for it is when we come to a water commissioner meeting, we've had quite a few. On average, how many people from the public are here? Maybe two, maybe. That's on a good meeting. So,
Yeah.
if that's what it took to get this, good. Because I'd prefer you to be here. I think we all would prefer you to be here to ask the questions.
Let me just say, I understand, your point is very valid. Mike Arnold, several other people, my family included, people have said, here's what happens, okay? Here's what happens. I see something I believe to be this way. If you, again, if you read the minutes over the last couple of months, what you'll see is a movement through the understanding of the information we received, okay? What we thought to be the case in January 2024 is not the case in April 2024, not the case in June 2024, not the case after we met with the selectmen, okay? With regard to the Facebook, here's my commitment to everybody here, and take this out with you, okay? I love this line, facts have no feelings. My issue with Facebook is I make a post that I think is informative of the information that people should have. And when somebody writes back and says, F you, Charlie, I think that's wrong, I immediately respond. And I shouldn't. I'm very Trumpian in that way. And it's not right. So my commitment to you folks on the Water Commission, to everybody else, is that with regard to the Hill Agora group, which is vastly more politically
That's
than,
why it was
okay,
recreated.
than the hillbilly from Hill, and Mrs. Weaver and those folks have made their points very clear. Let's not have the toxicity on the I'm a hillbilly from Hill, okay? So my commitment to everybody here now, and my commitment to everybody listening that might hear this later on, okay, I need to stop doing that. I need to stop reacting instead of responding. I need to stop allowing my ego to overtake my rationale and respond. My wife is the first one that will tell you, I don't want you to go to bed mad tonight, but Jesus, go to bed without saying something and wake up tomorrow morning and see how you feel, okay? She's an advocate, my son is an advocate of saying, don't respond right away.